Hello, hello, hello. Testing the mic. One, two, one, two. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop a comment in the comment section. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. That's good to know. I see that you guys can hear me. That's good. Now, I want you to apply these settings right now. If your audio is poor, I want you to apply the settings. All right. If your video quality is poor, if you click on the settings icon on the top somewhere on your screen, all right, you see quality, and then you can click higher picture quality. Now, this uses more data, but it's going to deliver a better quality for you. Okay. So click on the settings icon. All right. Click on quality and then click on higher picture quality. Okay. Once you've done that, let me know in the comment. Okay. Let me know in the comment. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
So I wanted to do a quick shout out to Bruno. He's been working with us in the past 4 months ish, and this guy's an absolute killer when it comes to closing
Can you guys hear
big
this
ticket
video?
deals, high ticket deals, and that is a core fundamental of our business and our offer is the ability to have a closer in our team who can close high ticket sales. And that's exactly what Bruno came in for. He goes, "Hey guys, I see that you guys need high ticket closer. I had something I 100% can do and I could do very effectively." I mean, he's closed high ticket sales up to 15.5K paid in full all at once. Closed probably more than $100,000 in the past 4 months. And I'm super happy that we have him on the team and helping us out and building out a good set of closer pipelines that we can use, as well as having very good closer fundamentals that I know that I can rely on for every person that hops in a call with him. I know that I can rely on him to close that person or make sure that I get proper feedback back that I can feed over to my team to make sure that our ads and our system and our funnels are better so that he can continue to close higher ticket sales, which I know he can do. So I highly recommend Bruno. I highly recommend working with Bruno at some capacity when it comes to closing, or even if he's teaching you anything. Don't know if he is yet, but if he teaches this, I would highly recommend listening to him and what he teaches, because not only can he do it, but he also walks the walk. So highly recommend them.
Hi guys, my name is Shifumi. So I just want to tell you my journey through COC. So before joining COC, I was a struggling affiliate marketer who wasn't even making sales at all. And then until I stumbled upon Bruno's post, and I never knew that sales was a skill on its own. And I decided that what, let me give this a try. So going into COC, I must say that I got much more value than I expected. And Not only did I just become a salesperson or a good salesperson, sales has actually helped my life in terms of building relationships with people. I used to be that kind of person who is always introverted, shy. I can't talk to people, but sales has given me that confidence. I now know what to say. I know how to spark conversations. Now, for those who are thinking they're contemplating, is sales for me? Now, this is me telling you that sales is for anybody. As long as you're ready to put in the work, you can make it. You understand? And then why not? Why would you want to go into sales? Like, every business needs a salesperson. Every business needs to make sales for them to progress. So I believe that having sales skill in hand is the best thing that can happen to you. All right.
If you're watching this video anytime in 2023 or probably even 2024, I want to warn you, stay very, very far away from Bruno because he's mine. You can't have him. He's too good. His close rate is just too damn high. He leaves our clients happily paying pretty large sums of money. So for a bit of context, my name's Tom from BHTV Media. We do cold traffic funnels for coaches. We had a real problem a few months back where we suddenly had a little too much success. Like, we were taking the calls ourselves and the call volume just became overwhelming. So we reached out to Bruno just because we needed somebody, and he's absolutely blown us away. So basically, we had no time to train him. We told him what the offer does and sort of where the line is, how far he's allowed to push. And without even knowing what's inside the program, he already, like, I don't know how much he increased that close rate, but it was by a lot. And everything was just so smooth. And then he's learned from basically every single person that he spoke to. He's getting to know the offer better and better, and the close rate is just astronomical. Yeah, like I was saying, stay very far away from the guy because if I find out that you've poached him, look out. But if you're just looking to learn from him, go for it. I cannot recommend him enough. He's given me some tips that have helped with all kinds of sales. I have no idea what's inside this program, but if Bruno's putting it out, you should absolutely try.
All right.
So I wanted to do a quick shout out to Bruno. He's been working with us in the past 4 months ish, and this guy's an absolute killer when it comes to closing.
All right, guys. So today you're going to discover the new new proven little known method to earn anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 per month in 2024 by simply talking to Oyibo people online. Now, unlike other money making models, it's easy to learn in little or no time, and for you to start raking in thousands of dollars. And you don't have to run ads, you don't have to have a website, you don't even have to search for customers or own the business. You're simply working for someone or an established business. All right? Now, I want to know, are you excited to master the number one skill you need to succeed by just talking to foreigners on the internet that could change your life and make you print money on steroids before 2024 runs out? Let me know, guys. Are you guys excited? Let's get some energy in the room. If you're excited, please type yes in the comment. I want to see all those yeses. I'm gonna pull up my phone and I'm gonna look at it. If you're excited, type yes in the comment. Let me know, guys. Let me know. All right. I love it. I can see it. Good stuff. Now, to start making at least $1,000 monthly talking to strangers online, the first thing you need to know is that you won't be offering this service to Nigerian clients, because the truth is, most of them will not be able to pay you this amount of money. That is facts. As I'm talking, because look, I'm talking from experience, because I started my career working at a gym in Lagos where I only got paid 40,000 naira per month, right? 40K per month. Doing almost the same thing I am doing now for foreign clients. I'm making a whole lot more and interesting, more money, right? And of course, the interesting part is I do all of this from home. Compared to when I was doing it for, working at the gym, I'll literally go to work every day and come back. But now I can do the same thing from home. And what I even do is a lot more easier, and it pays more money, and I can do it all from home again. All right. Now, I don't know, guys. Has anyone ever been to like MTN, Glow, Airtel, or any of these service providers that you use? All right. Have you ever been there? And then somebody picks up the phone, you call them, somebody picks up the phone and solves the issue that you're experiencing. Right? I want to know. Have you ever experienced something like that? Now, that's basically what I used to do back then, and that's technically what I still do, but as a remote high ticket closer. Now, the only difference is that I just do it for foreign companies and in a more sophisticated way, and by that I mean that I'm bringing more value to the company than just helping them resolve technical issues. And like I said, the crazy thing about this is that I do it from my home and I don't have to battle Lagos traffic daily to get this one. And all I'm doing right now is talking to people on Zoom on a daily basis. It's as simple as that. Now, if you follow the roadmap I'll be revealing in this webinar, you would be making at least $1,000 guaranteed every single month. And here's the word I said, $1,000 guaranteed every single month. At the end of this training, I have an exclusive offer for a few persons who might want to learn from me. I mean, these are the kinds of people that are always like, yeah, Bruno, thank you for teaching, but can I get more coaching? Because you'll be getting so much value from this training than you can ever imagine. And I'll be opening your eyes to something that you would have never thought was possible. And I know I'm saying that you'll make $1,000, right, per month doing this. And it's just me being very conservative. I'm being very conservative about the numbers because over the last 1 year, I've personally helped companies I've worked with generate over $1 million in sales by simply being a remote high ticket closer. Right? And I've done that. I've taken over $100,000 personally in commission as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, just by speaking to people on Zoom. Now, let me break this down properly so you can understand it. Has anybody been to a phone store before or recently? Let me know. If you've been to a phone store, recently, let me know, guys. All right, good. You see, now when you get to a phone store, those guys that work there, they're usually like customer service rep, right? Right? Exactly. Now, when you walk in there and you tell them, oh, I want to get a Techno phone, or I want to get an Infinix phone, or, something like that, do they just give you the phone and leave? I'm asking, do they just give you the phone and leave? Exactly. These guys start telling you about other products like Samsung, iPhone, AirPods, pouch, screen protector, earpiece. They tell you about all these other things. And most times, what you find out is that you start buying things that you did not plan to buy. And when that happens, these guys get paid an extra commission for making you spend more money with their business. Now, this is how this thing works in Nigeria. But for most of these guys, even when they get you to spend more money, they only get like an extra 2,000 naira or max 5,000 naira. After all, they are ordinary customer service guys and should be happy they even got something extra. But in the US, all of the developed countries, these guys get paid a lot more depending on the price of the product they are helping the company to sell. So what happened was I decided to start working and focusing on companies that sell high ticket products. That way, I'm bringing more value to the table and I'm getting paid a whole lot more with this. Now, with this, you'll be different from the ordinary customer service representative who is not bringing much value to the company because you would have mastered this skill called high ticket closing that helps you work exclusively for companies and businesses with high ticket products. Now, let me explain what high ticket products are because I've heard the craziest statements. I've heard high ticketing sales, whatever it is. No, high ticket products just simply means expensive products and services. That's all it means. All right, that's all it means. Why? Low ticket means things that are cheap. So in the US market, low tickets are anything between $7 to $97. Simple. High ticket products are anything above $5,000 and above. In fact, as I'm talking to you today, I just finished an interview, and this guy's company are looking for closers. All right, they are looking for closers. He already has 2 closers. He's trying to hire one more, and what they sell is anywhere between $8,000 to $100,000. All right, that's what they sell. And what they offer is a service, a done for you service. So they'll either set up your marketing, run your ads, set up a business for you, all that kind of stuff. Like, do something for you that's really valuable that can make you money. So when we say high ticket product, that's what it means. Now, let me ask you this. Come to think about it, you need to be a bit more technical to sell an expensive product, right, than it is to sell a cheap product. Abi, I'm asking guys. I'm asking. Because the thing is that you just can't respond to anyhow to these prospects because they are potentially high valuable people and they could bring a lot of money to the table. Right? Now, like I said, this high ticket skill of closing made me over $100,000 in the last 12 months and has helped my students make lots of money as well. And all we needed to do was to sit at home, receive phone calls, help people make a decision on the product or service they're trying to get, and that was it. That was it. So you're not trying to look for customers or doing anything that much. You're typically doing what a customer service rep will probably be doing. All right? Now, but the one thing about working as a high ticket closer is that we get paid a commission, and this is so sweet. For every customer that eventually makes a buying decision from us, when they talk to us on Zoom. So think about it, rather than paying us a monthly fixed amount, and trust me, it's so much better to get paid on commission rather than a fixed amount. Because look, you can grow. For example, if I was being paid a fixed salary, I'll be paid $1,000 every month. And I'm sure that might look good for you, right? But right now, on average, on a good month, I could make anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 every month doing this. But because I beg, and that's because I get paid on the commission rather than the fixed amount. All right, so imagine if I was collecting only salary. It means that I'll have collected only $12,000 in a year compared to the 100 and something K I did last year. Now, of course, that means that the pros and cons will be on some months you might earn $10,000, $20,000, on some months you earn $1,000, right? On some months you earn $900. That's the truth. But I'll rather know that I can earn as much money as possible than to live with myself to a salary. I'll give you a real life example. Last year, between August, September, October, I made $49,550. That's almost 49% of the total money I made in that year came in 90 days. Right? Now, look at this screenshot above. I assisted a customer in purchasing a product that cost $30,000. If I was getting paid a fixed amount, I'll still be paid just $1,000. But with this method, when I make a sale of 30K, I get a whooping $3,000 just for this one sale. And the truth is, I was on that call for like about 30 to 45 minutes. That's it. The industry standard that you get paid when you're working here is around 10 to 20% commission. That's industry standard. Here's another newbie, somebody totally new to this skill. Here's a newbie's result. Look, this is so simple. If you have a functioning brain, if you know how to follow instructions, and you don't mind talking to strangers on Zoom, then this is exactly what you need. So by mastering this high-ticket closing skill, your earning possibility becomes limitless. Now, unlike this unskilled customer service rep who just picks calls, does not necessarily provide any value to the company or business they're working with, look, anyone can do what they're doing because they lack the special skills. And when you lack special skills, you won't be well paid because you're a commodity. That's it. That's the truth. You're a commodity. But when you're bringing in money, you're bringing in revenue. A company says, oh, my closer made $1 million last year for us, right? Bro, do you think they want to let go of you? Which company, which business will let go of the guy that is bringing them money? Tell me, which business will do that? Which business will let go of the guy that is bringing them a lot of money? Nobody. Nobody. Look, man, there's massive proof. I want you to look at that. That was an 18K deal, closed and paid. Meaning somebody paid, I mean, it was 3K for 6 months, but it was 18K. All right. And then this was sometime last year. I made $1,000 commission in 24 hours. Do you know what it is to make $1,000 commission in 24 hours? Right now, how much is that? That's about 1.6 million naira. 24 hours commission. 24 hours. So, look, there is so much proof of this that at this point, if you don't believe, I don't even know what to tell you. But here's some more. This is one of my students I worked with. He closed $1,500 client. And on the right is somebody else that I was working with. And he was telling me how much that they'll be getting for every client they close, anywhere from $30 to $300. And look, outside of working as a closer, This skill is so important because you can even build your own business. Think about if you know how to sell, right? You can literally sell other people's products and get paid, which is what you do as a high ticket closer. You can start your own business and make money selling your own stuff. And this is what Ruth from London, one of our students in London, said. After joining the community and learning from Bruno, I can confidently close any deal I put my mind to. I will recommend Bruno's teaching to anyone 110%. Now, these are screenshots of the commission I took. As you can see, they vary, some 5,400, 1,150, another one 3,400. Like I said, it's commission basis, so it's not like a particular amount you get, okay? Now, let us focus on the main skill you need to succeed doing this and make tons of cash like I'm doing. This special skill is called high ticket closing. High ticket closing, that's what it is. And to be honest, not everyone can do it. Not everyone can do it. So, who is this for? Number one is students. So if you're a student, meaning you have to go to school, you have to come back, you attend lectures, all of that. This is for you. Why? I have a student right now. Her name is Raimo Tijani. She is currently a medical student and she has been closing for the past 2 years. She does it in her free time. So while others are there gisting, going to the club, doing all of that, she gets on calls and she closes deals. So if you're a student, this can help you. Number two is people with no skills at all, because that's exactly what you're going to learn. You're going to learn the skills you need to close high ticket deals. Number three, business owners. Business owners, because this skill is designed to help business owners. So if you're a business owner, it means that you will learn how to close more deals and get paid more. Number four, freelancers. Freelancers, look, I have a workshop currently going on right now for freelancers, and I'm teaching them like 0.01% of what you guys will be getting. Why? Because a freelancer is basically somebody who offers a service and does that, on their own terms. They're self-employed. Content creators. Most of the guys I work with are content creators. And what we do is we help them sell, because we know that content creators are even good at selling stuff. So content creators even need to know how to sell. And this is going to teach them how to do that. 9-to-5 workers, all right? Because you can do this after your 9 to 5. And last but not the least, anybody who wants a comfortable life. Now, like I like to say, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's for only those who are willing to put 2 to 4 hours daily to master the skill. So if you're lazy and prefer to complain rather than put in the work, this is not for you. Please, it will make sense to jump off the webinar now, because it's not going to help you, honestly. All right. If you're willing and obedient, the Bible says you shall eat the good of the land. Isaiah 1:19. All right. So to successfully learn and hone this skill, here are the compulsory requirements. Number one, have good internet connection. This is non-negotiable. What did I say? Non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. You must have a good internet connection. If you don't have internet connection, please, how are you even watching this? If you don't have good, the word is good internet connection. Number two, have a browsing phone. A laptop preferably, but not necessarily compulsory. Number three, you have to understand and speak fluent English. You see, as I'm speaking to you, right? You should be able to speak even better than I speak. Yep. All right. Understand and speak fluent English. Now, on the English part, I'm not saying you should be able to speak like Wole Soyinka, but if you can at least speak English like me, you're good to go. You don't want to go and start speaking nonsense English to white people, or you have very strong accents. They wouldn't be able to take you serious. And last but not least, guys, you need to have a burning and never-ending desire to change your situation. Honestly, a burning and never-ending desire to change your situation. Now, before we dive in, I just want to know: are you still there? Hello? Are you there? Let me know. Or have you guys joined or have you guys logged off? Let me know in the comment section if you're still here. All right, cool. I can see that. Good, 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 good. Let's ride on, guys. I want you to buckle up because we are in for a ride. Now, here's why high ticket closing beats other skills hands down. Number one, you don't need prior experience to learn and master it. Simple. You don't need prior. It is literally a fundamental skill. Anything you want to do online, it requires you to know how to sell. It's easy to learn. With high ticket closing, you're not going to be chasing clients. You don't have to run ads. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to have a big social media following. Number four, it is location independent. You can do it from anywhere in the world, provided there's good internet connection. And last but not least, you don't have to have a product of your own. You don't even have to have a business of your own. So I literally is the definition of low-key internet money. That's how I like to put it. All you need to do is make calls, close deals with interested people in the product right from the comfort of your room. You see, I use the word interested people because they'll be the ones looking to get on the calls to talk to you. Now, that means that you're not going to be the one going after them. They're the ones coming on the calls to talk to you. So you only talk to people who book calls on your calendar, all right? And you have a conversation with them on Zoom. It's as simple as that. Now, before I continue, because I know some people are going to start saying, oh, this, oh, that, oh, that. Look, I want to be aware that this training will last anywhere between 1 to 2 hours, and I guarantee it will be the answer to your deepest wishes and prayers. So I want you to gather enough patience and data as you learn the unpopular way to make $1,000 to $3,000 for yourself monthly. Look, and also if you ever get tired of being in this webinar, kindly exit the webinar. To be honest, you don't have to be here if you don't want this training, because look, it's about changing and improving your life. So if that's not important to you, then it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay, guys. Now, a bit about me, because look, I know a couple of people already know me, but for the few that might be watching this and they don't know me, my name is Bruno Wogu. You can literally copy that and put that in your browser and you see what comes out. I'm also known as the Einstein of marketing. Exactly. I'm a high ticket closer and a TEDx speaker. I'm also an author of a book. I have made over $100,000 in profit as a high ticket closer and sold over $1 million worth of products in the last 1 year alone. I've trained over 500 students who a few of them are making anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 monthly, and a lot of them are making money from this. That is who I am. This is my profile on X. You can literally go and check it out. I have 132,000 people that follow me, that seek my advice, that want to hear my thoughts when it comes to sales and marketing. And I have been in the room with some of the world's most respected and prestigious people. One of them, Vusi Tengbakwayo. This was a room where the people who were in this room that had to meet this guy were people who were worth billions of dollars. I didn't miss word. I said billion. I had a woman, what's her name again? I can't remember her name, but her company does about $7 billion in revenue. $7 billion in revenue. So you don't just Vusit and Makwayo is not somebody you just walk into the road and meet. How many of you have heard of Vusit and Makwayo? How many of you have heard of him? You know that he's not he's not somebody you just walk onto the street and meet, right? And so I had a conversation with him. Right now, he's one of the people that we're working with. Right? He's one of the clients that we're working with right now as I'm talking to you. Exactly, he's big. Also, I got featured in a newspaper Tribune. All right. Now, this was so interesting because I didn't ask for this. I never asked for this. It wasn't even. I was so surprised when literally somebody said, I saw your story, and we put the we put the story online, and it was on the newspaper. Right? So they reached out to me. Unlike how other people go and reach out for what they call it for, you know, PR and all of that, these people reach out to me. All right. So it's similar to what we talk about when it comes to high ticket sales, right? Where people reach out to you. So these ones, they reached out to me. And you see, if you look, it says, how my third class degree failure inspired me to become a millionaire. And there, basically, I explained how that I came out with a third class. All right. And just like everybody who came out with a third class, I thought that if I come out with a third class, it means that I'm going to be useless. I'm going to be a failure. All right. And so I, got into online businesses, did a couple of online businesses, made some money from there, and finally pivoted into high ticket sales, which I made the most amount of money I'd made in my life in 1 year. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same. Also, I've met with Oloye Akinalabi. I don't know if you know him. All right, you should know him. How many of you know Oloye Akinalabi? And also, Tony Mentorship, the founder of Expertnear. How many of you know these guys? These are people that either follow me on Twitter or I have a relationship with them or have a connection with them. So how did this all start? Because I'm sure some of you are like, how did this all start? Bruno, how do you go from a customer care rep who's making 40,000 naira to a guy who's done over 100K online? I'm going to share that with you because it's very important that you understand this. So here's my profile. I came out with a third class from Futo. I studied statistics. I've lost lots of money on the internet, right? From Ponzi schemes to this, I've lost lots of money. I was a customer service rep in the gym, and I was earning 40,000 naira per month. I was taking home 10,000 naira because I spent 1,000 naira per day on transport, and I was going to work like 30 times in a month, right? And so I used to depend on my mom for money. She'll support me, all right? I'll use that part of that money and spend on my girlfriend, all right? So that is literally my background. Now, it's not your fault. If you've lost money online, it's not your fault. This is definitely not the first time you've probably tried to make money online. And you've tried to make internet money and you got burned a few or many times. I want you to know that it's not your fault. People talk about online opportunities every day. In fact, I'm very sure that you might have Googled how to make money online. And the truth is that you fall for many scams and all of that because they don't tell you the truth. They don't tell you the truth until you buy into their program and then you find out that it's not for you. And look, this is never the case with me because as you can see, I already told you that if you don't speak English very well, you don't have great internet connection, this cannot work for you. Now, like I said, it happened to me too. My first incident was a popular Ponzi scheme that ravaged Nigeria around 2011 to 2012. All right. Now, because I've lost a lot of money in this quest to build an online income stream. I have lost a lot. Now, the place I lost the money the most was called Mavrodi Mondal Movement. How many of you remember MMM? How many of you know MMM? Let me even start from there. Because some people might not even know. How many of you know MMM? Aha. Look. Let me know if you are affected by this Ponzi. Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what your experience was. Has any of you ever lost money to Ponzi scheme? I'm curious. I want to hear your thoughts though. Wow, it seems like it was only me. Oh, wow. Anyways, it's all right. How many of you guys are new and fresh? People have never lost money. Okay. Let me tell you about my own story. So, I borrowed 50K from my auntie to invest, and I lost everything. That was not all, right? Then a friend of mine now introduced me to another one. And because I never learned my lesson then, I invested because, look, I borrowed money. And so I saw another, I lost that money to MMM. And I now borrowed another money. And I told the guy that I'll pay the guy twice the amount when I get paid. So I was now knee deep in debt. And I still lost that money again. And my God, I had to pass through stress to pay that money back. But now I'm thinking about it, it was just 40K, but that time was a lot of money because I had to pay 80K and then I have to pay my auntie 50K. Oh man, that was crazy. That was really crazy. Wow, I'm seeing the comment section. Wow, someone said I lost a whooping 10K. I lost a lot of money. I've lost money too. I borrowed money. I had to pay for a long time. I also affected, but my friends were affected and it was sad. Wow. So everybody has this experience. So my journey to losing money online started from there. But the truth is, I've always believed that I could make money online, and I just never had the right opportunity. So now, fast forward to 2020, COVID happened. Everyone was like total shutdown, and I lost my dream customer service rep job. That one that I said was giving me 40K. Yep, I lost it. Now, it's the same way right now. You could be losing something very important to you. Maybe you lost a job, family, or even babe, all right? And you realize that, I don't know if it happened to you, but there's something about losing something that becomes a turning point. For me, it was this, what I'm about to tell you now. But I lost my job. Not only that, something now happened, which now made the turning point of my life. But I don't know if you've ever lost something, but you realize that if you lose something really deep, it fundamentally alters your perspective to life, especially when we say we hit rock bottom. Now, what happened on July 5th, 2020? The incident that changed my life happened to me, and I was on my way to church. It was in a Molue bus in Lagos, right? I was using an iPhone 7, and I sat down by the window side, right? And then as I brought out that phone to check Twitter, somebody just came from the window and snatched the phone from my hand. And at that point, that was the only asset to my name. My home and abroad, upside down, it was my only asset. And that phone was like 100K. That phone was like 100K. So that means that if I was saving money from my house, from my job, I would have had to save for 10 months because if you remove how much I spent, transport, feeding, all of that, I had only 10K. I had to save for 10 months to buy that phone back. That was the only asset to my name. Now, some days after that incident, I started asking myself questions about life, like if I was destined to fail, and like why the only thing that was bringing me joy had been taken from me. So I started trying to find out what can I do because I was frustrated. What can I do to change my life? What can I do to change my situation? Then I got the answer. I had what we call like a light bulb moment. Right? I realized that my problems was that I lacked skills. I could not do anything extra than the average person out there could. And the problem was that I was going to remain average forever if I didn't do something about my situation. Anyways, Brown Chase will say limited skills, limited future. Now, fast forward a few days after that event, 4 days later, I bought a program that changed my life and my perspective about internet money. It was a product about selling other people's products online. Within a month of getting this course, I made my first 1 million naira. I mean, imagine, think of someone going from 10K to a million naira. That's 100x increase. Only skills can do that for you. So I continued making 1 million naira monthly, right? And after becoming good at it, I became one of the top seller of that product. I was given this money that you're seeing here, and then I won a car. Now, I want you to know this truth, which is that I hated sales and marketing. I hated it. It used to remind me of network marketers selling stuff on the street of Lagos with their shoes were chopped, people that will come and tell you, come and buy now. Oh, I have this. How many of you have seen that Lais skits, right? How many of you have seen that Lais skits where he's always trying to recruit people to his network marketing business? That's exactly how it felt. And something about me used to irritate my soul whenever people try to do that because I'm like, bro, if it's making you a lot of money, why are you stressing my life? Why are you stressing my life? If someone wants to buy, let them buy. Now, so I later realized how easy it was to make money online once you have the skills. You see, look, it's easy, seamless, and it's what exactly you'll be learning tonight. Over time, I realized that there was a limitation to affiliate marketing. And here's the limitation. Number one is that the market felt saturated. Number two is that I didn't know how to run ads. Number three is my business was too dependent on someone else. And last but not the least is that affiliate marketing is a business, not a skill. Affiliate marketing, you're doing a lot of things. You're running the ads, you're creating content, you're marketing the products, you get a percentage of the commission. So you're doing a lot of things. And which one is easier? Doing 5 things, right, that might make you some money, or doing one thing that will make you a lot of money. Which one would you rather prefer? Let me know, guys. Which one would you prefer? Doing a lot of things that will make you some money, or doing one thing that will make you a lot of money? I know the one I'll prefer. So I had to find another opportunity to make money with no cap on it. And where I did not need to handle lead generation because I hated looking for customers. And my research led me to high ticket closing. I discovered how lucrative it was and how quickly it could be learned and mastered. Now, it took me months before I understood how high ticket closing works, months of trial and error. In fact, honestly, with you guys, I had to spend close to $15,000 to learn and hone this skill. Yep. So trust me, it was tiring, but I had to find out the perfect, successful strategy to learning and mastering it. And finally, Eureka. After many months, I uncovered the truth. Now, look, guys, I have the freedom of time and location to do whatever I desire. When I was in this was in Zanzibar. That month, I closed about, I think that was 14K. I took about 14K in commissions while I was in Zanzibar. I built relationship with top 1% people. I bought an expensive Benz for myself. And I've sold over $1 million in products and taken about 100K in commissions in just 12 months. This is me in flights, and this is when I bought my car, the day I bought the car. I bought this car for 18.2 million naira as at then. I think right now they say it's going for 25 million or so. And that's crazy. The car is supposed to be a liability, but in Nigeria is an asset because our currency is depreciating. More reason why you should learn how to earn in dollars. All right. Yeah, but so that was the day I bought the car. It's still the car I drive right now. So I was just looking at the comment section. So I got devastated. I could go anywhere I want, rather. And I made friends with top 1% people. These are some people you might recognize. Mr. Ronald, Mr. Johnson, Chugase, Caleb. These are some people you might know already. That's Andy Mukolo. I mean, I've met with business owners. I've met with people who are renowned world speakers. I have connected with people that I would never have thought would want to talk to me simply because of this skill I've learned. Also, I could work anywhere in the world. I closed this 6K deal. So remember when I told you I had a meeting with Visit and Bakwayo, right? Exactly. So while I was having that meeting, I closed a 6K deal with a down payment of $2,000 while I was dining with Vusi. Again, I don't know if you guys remember, but Vusi is right now one of the world's renowned speakers. All right. He has more followers than Alex Omozi, right? That's one of the biggest YouTube channels, one of the biggest followers in terms of entrepreneurs on Instagram, 2.2 million followers. So this guy is, if not the biggest known entrepreneur, apart from, of course, people like, Tony Lumelu, but he's even bigger than Tony Lumelu in terms of, internet publicity, right? And I was able to do all of this while talking to Vichy, simply from the fact that I'd had this conversation with this client and we're now texting, and I sent him the link after the call. And before I know it, I saw that he had paid. Very, very easy. I'm in Nigeria. Somebody outside the US is buying a product and service. I'm getting a commission for it. I don't have the product. I didn't try to find the person myself. I literally just did my part and I got paid for it. Now, if you believe this could be you soon and you are willing to put in the work, I want you to type "I'm ready" in the comment section. In the comment section, I want you to type "I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready." Let's go. In just 12 months, I've made over 100K for myself, and I'm currently earning about $10,000 in monthly commissions. And it's not just me and my students. My students are also thriving, earning thousands of dollars in monthly profits. Now, let me show you something. Let me show you. Can you see my screen? So I made this tweet, right? And I said, today we paid out one of our clients $75,000 net profit for just the month of August. So this is the guys I was closing for. This is the guy that I was working with directly. This was the owner of the product. So this was the marketing guy. I was the sales guy. This was the business guy, right? So I made this tweet. And then literally, this is what Charlie said. The guy that I was closing for was like, this 100% happened today. Next time I'm flying Bruno out from his half of the world. What makes me so happy is simple. I built a program, blah, blah, blah. All the while this one, that my single CSP, being honest and good. Number for someone should be dead, blah, 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 blah. Basically, letting you know that yes, you actually received that money. It actually happened. So everything I'm telling you is legit as hell. It is for real. There's no fluff. There's no bullshit here. Everything I said is true. Right? If you're in the Facebook space, you know this guy. This guy is one of the top 100 advertisers on Facebook in the world. He's generated over $1 billion in revenue. All right. And he's been doing so. He's one of the top voices when it comes to Facebook. Now, back to where we were. So I wanted to show you guys that. Great. So, like I said, in 12 months, I've made over 100K for myself, and I currently earn anywhere between 10K in monthly commissions. And it's not just me, my students are also thriving, earning thousands of dollars in profits per month. Here is some of my students, right? Here are the results speaking for me. I want you to take a second to look at that. Those are people who have paid money, confirmed from my company, right? Confirmed. And here's some of the words or testimonies from my students. She's like, Raymond, the one I told you about, who's a student. She was like, high ticket closing was the perfect skill for me to learn as a student. I was able to make unrealistic amounts of money every month, and I still have time to study, and I have Bruno to thank for this. Not my words, her words. Damola, learning high ticket closing from Bruno is the best decision you'll make in your career. I wish I did earlier. In less than 2 months, I've witnessed a drastic level of change in sales in my business. I'm very good at what I do, but I struggled to make money with my skills for over a year because I was terrible at sales until I met Bruno. Now I can confidently close any deal in any industry. That's how good the program is. Balogun. So if you stay until the end of this one and ruthlessly implement the unpopular method to make money that I'm about to reveal, your entire life could change and you make boatloads of money. Now, have you understood that? Shall we? Now, why am I revealing this to you instead of keeping all the information to myself? Because everybody's going to be like, Bruno, why, if it's making you a lot of money, why are you going to keep it to yourself? All these people that are always trying to sell, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this. It's simple. It's a blue ocean. There's massive opportunity to make money with this business model, and your success doesn't affect mine. Keeping it to myself will be very selfish. Look, there are many people out there that need an opportunity like this to change their lives. Look, if a third class student like me could do this, then anybody can do the same in little or no time. And also, I know a lot of business owners who need high ticket closers. And I'm looking to train people so I can recommend them to these businesses and we'll have a good life. So the thing is, there are so many businesses out there who are looking for high ticket closers. Now, when they come to me, all right, because I have a brand online, because they know me, when they come to me and I recommend these high ticket closers, I get paid by them. So I have people who are looking for closers right now. And whenever I recommend closers, I get paid by those people. So this way, I make more money when I have talents that are trained and qualified. Right? So, I mean, doctors make money helping patients get well. Teachers make money by teaching you what they know. You currently make money by helping people do specific things. Even a bricklayer helps you make money by helping people build their houses. Mark Zuckerberg makes money from me because I pay them to run ads to bring you this webinar. That's how he makes his money, by us paying him ads. And of course, I'll make money at the end of this webinar when I open a limited slot for a small amount of people who I'd like to help to get the same results I've been getting. Right? What you master in this webinar. Number one is that you get the surefire way, not just survive, but thrive as a cash magnet in 2024. Number two is you get the 2 repeatable steps to get started and make thousands of dollars on steroids. Number three, you have a one-way ticket to shorten your learning curve and make your journey seamless by replicating my results. How I sold over $1 million worth of products, making over 100K for myself. Now, let's dive in. The surefire way to not just survive as a cash magnet, but thrive. Understanding the art of high ticket closing. So, what's high ticket closing? It's also called high ticket sales. High ticket sales simply is selling expensive products or services, typically priced at $3,000 or more, and you close the sale and you get a percentage on each commission, on each sales commission. Minimum commission earned from each sale is anywhere between 10%, and the conversations can be anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes conversation you have with the prospect. And this rate is based on your agreement with the business owner. As you are taking on the task of increasing their sales, so you can sell more than, so on average, you can sell more than 10 to 15 products per month. And you can sell anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 per month. Now, you might be probably wondering that why would a business owner pay me this amount of money just to speak to prospects who already have shown interest in buying? I know, right? But before I tell you, let me ask you a question. What do you think is the most important asset of a business owner? Is it money? Is it time? Is it luxurious stuff like cars, houses, etc.? What do you think is the most important stuff of a business owner? Time, right? Exactly. Time. It's not houses, cars, or money, it's time. Because all these things come and go. You can lose money and you can make it back. But when time is gone, it can never be regained. It's gone till eternity. Time is the most valuable and scarce resource that we have. That is why you should congratulate yourself for choosing to spend your time wisely and deciding to attend this webinar. A lot of other people are probably wasting their time, and when life starts becoming great for you in a few months, they won't know it's because you use your time well. So how do you help them save their time? This, my friend, is where you come in. By taking care of their most important task in their business, which is bringing in revenue, not because they can't do it, but because the truth is that they cannot do it alone. Running a business is huge. And to be able to grow a business, one can't be doing everything. And this is what successful business owners know. And that is why they're willing to pay people money, people like us, who can take care of their important tasks well. It saves them time, makes them more money. This way, they're able to grow their business and scale it faster. There are lots of businesses that are willing to take you on, but the truth is that I don't advise you work with just anybody. There are certain businesses I like to work with, and there's a reason for that. I like to work with coaches, course creators, and service providers. And the reason I prefer to work with them is that I have a chance of earning more commission, as these people do not have any physical products they are delivering to their clients. So whatever they make, they keep most of it. They don't have to pay any manufacturer and all of that. And I also can work with them part-time and online with these companies, as their businesses are already running online and they understand how the internet works. Now, typically, most of these people have a product that range from $2K to $30,000, and they offer anywhere between 10 to 20% commission. All right? Now, what does the typical funnel of a high-ticket product look like? The business owner runs advertisement on IG, Facebook, or organic ads or YouTube. The business owner creates a webinar, a video sales page, and then people watch it, they're educated, and then they book a call with you. Now, because they're educated, the fact they're educated does not mean that they will pay. Because if you're buying something that is expensive, chances are that you don't expect the person to just put their card on there without talking to somebody or knowing if to work for them. So they usually have to talk to somebody before they become a paying client. So these business owners don't have the time to talk to every single person who shows interest in their offer. So what they do is they hire someone who is skilled at having conversations with strangers on calls, right? This person is called a closer. That's when you learn the skill. Now, how many closes do you have to make to hit $1,000 to $2,000 per month? 5 to 10 close deals per month, or 1 to 3 close deals per week. Meaning, if your close rate is as bad as 10%, that is, for every call you take, you close only one person. For every 10 calls you take, you close only one person. You only need to take 50 to 100 calls per month. And that's anywhere between 3 to 5 hours per day. Now, assuming the product you sell is a $2,000 offer and you're getting paid $200, that's a 10% per sale. If an average call takes 30 minutes and you're working just 2 hours a day, then you will take around 4 calls a day, 20 calls a week, and 80 calls a month. That's the barest minimum. So if your close rate is 10%, with this analogy, you'll be taking home around $1,600 per month. But you can do a whole lot more by committing more time to it daily, or rather, you improve your closing rate. So if you commit more time, you can make more money because you're taking more time. If you increase your closing rate, the sky is your limit. And before you've crossed the target of $1,000 to $2,000 without spending your own money or time generating leads or doing any marketing like most other online businesses require, without creating your own product and offer, without investing any money like forex or crypto trading. Now, look at the salary of a high ticket closer according to Zip Recruiter. They say from 40,000 per year, all of that. Now, this is average, meaning that people that are not good with the skill of high ticket closing. That's average. And all you need to do is get on calls with people who have already shown interest in the business. Offer 95% of the time businesses offer 95% of the time they already know the price of the product. They need some clarity about the product, and if you can give them the answer they want, they pay for the offer right on the call. It's that simple. For example, you want to buy gen. Like when I want to buy gen, I wanted to know, can this gen do XYZ? All right, because I had certain things I wanted it to do. Can it pump water? Can it power the freezer? Can it carry a microwave? All of that, right? I already had the price. I was ready to buy, but I just needed to have clarity before paying for it. That's exactly how it works. So I was going to show a video of me closing the sale, but that's not available right now because I have to put it up from somewhere and play it, right? But it's actually that simple. With this skill of high ticket closing, you can literally walk into any company or business. Or you know what? Hold on, let me look for one video. Let me look for a video. Oh, I can't find it here. It's on my other. It's on my other Google Drive. It's on my other Google Drive. I'll have shown you guys what exactly I do and how it works. I think. Let me see if this one. Okay, I think I found one. All right, I can't find one here where I was actually because well, it's not so important. The most important thing is this. Where were we? Yep. So the most important thing is this: with the skill of high ticket closing, you can literally walk into any company or business and command insane amounts of money. The reason for it is simply because sales is the lifeblood of any business. If any company you work with right now, the only reason you get paid is because they are making money. And if there's someone who can give them more sales than anyone else, they'll command a huge amount of money and respect because the company can feel their impact. So I want you to understand that there's constant demand for it and it never gets old. There are millions of businesses around in need of a high ticket closer around the world. For example, this is people who are looking for high ticket closing closers. And look at how much they said, from 1,500 to 2,000 a month to 36,000 to 150K per month to 300K per month. So the good news is there's room for everyone here in the market. That's the good news. And this is why I've decided to share this opportunity with you. Here's a screenshot of a 30K deal that was closed recently. My question to you is it worth learning and mastering high ticket sales closing? Even if all you make is an extra $500 a month, will it be worth it? I want to know, guys, in the comment section. Would it be worth it? Exactly. A friend of mine DM'd me this. All right. It was like, first, you buy Benz, you know, to move me. But you see this one where you just transfer to him like nothing do you. He touched my soul. Right? But the truth is that people don't realize that like I'm like the average guy, right? I've lost money on the internet. I graduated with the third class. I am just like you. This guy sent me this DM because I paid 2 million naira for a mastermind. And that was only possible because of high ticket sales. This is one of my students, right? He's jumping on sales calls. He's, having small talk with them and he's going straight into it. This guy makes about $1,000 per month. This guy. Prince Will is also one of my guys. And I coached him. And he is a business owner. He has a service he offers. And he was struggling to close deals. And he was able to close $1,500 payment from a client. In this Nigeria, that's over 2.5 million naira. So how many of you would love to know how to get started working as a high ticket closer within the next 60 to 90 days? Let me know in the comment section. All right. Let's talk about the 2 repeatable steps to get started and start making thousands of dollars on steroid. Number 1 is that you develop the skill of high ticket closing. Number 2 is you identify businesses selling high ticket products. So let's talk about number 1, how you develop the skill of high ticket closing. Number 1 is that you start by understanding the fundamentals of high ticket closing. This involves recognizing potential clients, comprehending high ticket products and services, and mastering the strategies for turning leads into sales. All right. This is basically knowing somebody has shown interest. How do I turn them into a customer? Right? How do I turn them into a customer? It reminds me of one guy like that. He came on the call. And the thing is that when people come on the call, they don't ever tell you sometimes that they're looking to buy. How many of you have seen that scenario where you go into a shop and you're like, yeah, I'm just checking around, Jerry. I just want to know what you guys have. But you're open to buying, right? You're open to buying, but you're not going to tell them you want to buy. You're just like, yeah, I'm just shopping. I just want to know what you guys have. So a closer knows that when people come in like that, you have the skill to turn them to clients, right? So it's a skill. So you need to understand the psychology of high ticket buyers. High ticket buyers are different from your normal buyers. There's a skill required in talking to them and to assist them to make a decision. For example, you can't just tell a high ticket buyer like, oh, buy this thing, buy this thing. No. You don't just talk like that. You can't say, oh, I have this product, buy it. No. You have to be skillful. You ask them questions, right? Oh, why do you want to buy this? Okay. Have you tried this? Like, you're going to act like a doctor because that's what you'll be doing. Second is that you have to actively listening. So that means that you have to pay attention to things that buyers will say. Sometimes the buyer will say things like, yeah, if it makes sense, I'll buy, right? Active listening. So you can't just be looking for what you are looking to hear. You must be paying attention to what the buyer is saying. There are times when a buyer will say something, I'll be like, sorry, did you just say this? And I'll call it out, and they'll be like, wow, I didn't, they'll be surprised that they didn't know that I heard what they said. And what that does is that it increases your status in their mind. And it's called active listening. Number 3, storytelling. All right. It's a soul type because look, stories help buyers make decisions on their own without feeling forced or compelled. I could tell you, buy this thing, or I could say, look, so this guy who was in your situation, he was struggling with this, he wanted to do this. When he bought it, this is exactly what he did for him. This is how it worked for him, and this is what he said. I've told you a story of somebody else. Which one is more persuasive? Telling you to buy or telling you a story of somebody who bought? You get it, right? You get it. Exactly. Trying to tell you to buy will not convince you. Telling you of somebody's story who was like you, who bought, is much more powerful. Then also, you have to learn how to handle objections. That means that you have to anticipate the objections your buyers might have, and you now pre-handle those objections so that by the time you pre-handle those objections, you will not have any objections at the end. And last but not the least, you pitch and close. So you've understood the customer, you've listened to their pain points, you know what they need, you've pre-handled their objections, and then you tell them, you talk about your offer. and you just basically present your offer. This is what we do. This is how it solves your problem you told me about. This is what your life will look like in the next couple of days or months or 1 year from now. And this is exactly how to go about it, right? And boom, you close the deal. This is the summary of developing high ticket closing skills. There's more to it, obviously, but this covers the essentials. If you can learn and master the approaches I just talked about, then you're ready to take the first step in getting started. Now, next step, let's move on to the next step. The two repeatable steps to get started and make thousands of dollars on steroids. Identifying businesses selling high ticket products. This second step is where the money is made, because business owners who sell expensive products like these are often white folks in the US, UK, Australia, Europe, etc. They'll be able to pay you commissions in hard currency, and that's all you need to get their attention. Or rather, all you need to get their attention, there are two ways to make that happen. Number one is you send an outreach message. You send a DM or cold email explaining how you can help them sell their expensive products. And number two is you apply for jobs through normal portals like LinkedIn, Indeed, all of that. So when you sell outreach and job applications, you're not trying to sell the high ticket offers directly. Instead, it is designed to get the attention of the business owners who sell high ticket offers. The goal is to book calls with their prospects because that's where the money is. It's that simple. That simple. So after mastering these two steps, all you need to do is to start printing money. All right. But there's one last piece of the puzzle. One last piece of the puzzle. Now, before I reveal that last piece of the puzzle, here are my students who are crushing it with exactly what I've told you right now. This guy, Daniel, was like, boss, I just made my first call, set call, book for the closer. I'm ready to crush this stuff. The beauty of this side is that they already have 15K leads who bought something from them between $30 to $300, and they are hot leads. And you just to set them for the high ticket offer of the closer. And he just got the gig. Simple stuff. This Pelumi Sanel, right? This is a student of mine. Pay attention. This is a student of mine who taught somebody on his WhatsApp contacts what he learned from me for free. And this is what the person was telling one of my students. That's what the person was telling one of my students. So I want to know, guys, have you gotten any value today? If you have, drop your favorite emoji in the comment section. Let me know. I can see lots of emojis. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Of course, we'll ask questions. Don't worry, we're coming. But before we move on, let's have a quick recap. All right. We've talked about the surefire way to not just thrive, to not just survive, but thrive as a cash magnet in 2024. Number two, we've talked about the two repeatable steps to get started and make thousands of dollars on steroids. And we said that you have to develop the skill of high ticket closing, and you have to identify businesses selling high ticket products. Now, you understand all that you need to get started as a high ticket closer. I want to know, do you think all the information I've shared with you so far is enough to get you started? Reply in the comments. Now, let me be honest, guys. What I've shared with you is just an overview of how ticket closing works. There's still a whole lot more to cover to set you up for success really fast. That means that there's still one piece of the puzzle that I need to crack open for you to ensure you can get started with learning this skill right away and go ahead to become a high ticket closer and start achieving success, making anywhere between 2K to 5K monthly over the next 30 to 90 days just by talking to people over Zoom. Now, what's that last piece of the puzzle? Now, the last piece of this puzzle is a whole lot more, but unfortunately, we cannot cover everything you need to know about in a short webinar like this. We've already been on for over 1 hour plus. And even if we had the next 3 hours, it will still not be enough. But I'll let you know how this works and how you can fix in the last piece of the puzzle yourself just before this webinar ends. Now, what's the last piece of the puzzle? It's simple. The only way to shorten your learning curve in mastering the skill of high ticket closing, and it is wrapped in 4 words: learn from an expert. Remember, I told you I spent over $15,000 honing this single skill and monetizing the hell out of it, generating over $1 million in revenue over the last 1 year, and I've personally taken over 100K in commissions. But it took me some time to figure things out because there are not so many people working as high ticket closers in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. So I struggled when I started out. And this is why I told you earlier that this opportunity is very much untapped. And you should join in as soon as you can so you can make tons of money out of it because before it gets saturated and Nigerians hear about it. This is the secret of how I made over 100K in commissions after I sold over $1 million worth of products. I spent months of trial and error, losing deals upon deals because I had no blueprint to follow and I had to figure it out all on my own by watching videos and buy different courses from a lot of foreign guys. But the problem is that most of these foreign guys do not understand my peculiar situation because it was made mainly for those white people and people living abroad. And these programs were not cheap because I had to pay for them in dollars back then. But after spending like the last few years mastering this skill and becoming good at it, I have now been able to land multiple long-term clients because it is that once you get a client with a solid offer, you can work with them for years. And since I've hacked this system, I've been able to generate over $1 million in revenue and over 100K in commissions. And that is what I want for you as well. Let's look at a couple of things that people have said about me.
A budding entrepreneur. Hey, what's up? My name is Brandon Ryan. I am a budding entrepreneur. I currently work as a pharmacist and I'm trying to kill my job.
Can you hear this guy? Can you hear him? Can you hear the guy? Were you able to hear him?
Before I started working with Bruno, my sales skills were fairly limited, even though I knew that I really liked sales. It was something that I didn't have a lot of experience in. But more importantly, I think I was really limited in terms of my mindset. And I decided to start working with Bruno because I was in a cohort with him and I noticed how selfless he was and how knowledgeable he was about sales and marketing in particular. And I wanted to be like him. I'd say the best part about working with Bruno was the value that he brought on every single call. Just being able to sit down and talk to him really helped me sort out a lot of the issues that I was having in my life. So if you're out there sitting on the fence, not sure about whether or not you should sign up to work with Bruno or go into mentorship with Bruno, I would absolutely do it now because I really believe that Bruno is going places and it's probably going to be a lot more expensive in the future. I would highly recommend his services to anybody.
Amazing. This is a white guy learning from me, a third world country guy. That's just amazing.
If you're watching this video anytime in 2023 or probably even 2024, I want to warn you, stay very, very far away from Bruno because he's mine. You can't have him. He's too good. His close rate is just too damn high. He leaves our clients happily paying pretty large sums of money. So for a bit of context, my name's Tom from BHTV Media. We do cold traffic funnels for coaches. We had a real problem a few months back where we suddenly had a little too much success. Like we were taking the calls ourselves and the call volume just became overwhelming. So we reached out to Bruno just because we needed somebody, and he's absolutely blown us away. So basically we had no time to train him. We told him what the offer does and sort of where the line is, how far he's allowed to push. And without even knowing what's inside the program, he already, I don't know how much he increased that close rate, but it was by a lot. And everything was just so smooth. And then he's learned from basically every single person that he spoke to. He's getting to know the offer better and better, and the close rate is just astronomical. Yeah, like I was saying, stay very far away from the guy because if I find out that you've poached him, look out. But if you're just looking to learn from him, go for it. I cannot recommend him enough. He's given me some tips that have helped with all kinds of sales. I have no idea what's inside this program, but if Bruno's putting it out, you should absolutely try.
I just wanted to share that with you again. So now, there are basically two options that you have, all right? Option number one is that you can hit the internet, apply what I've taught you, coupled with some months of trial and error before having your first taste of blood, right? Or number two is you can learn from an expert like me who have already invested $15,000 in this skill, taking home over 100K from at least, in the past 1 year, and figuring how to make this work as a Nigerian. So I want to know what option would you rather go for, one or two? Which option would you rather go for, option one or option two? Exactly. So if you chose option one and you want to learn things by yourself, then to be honest, we can call it a day, because what I'm going to share going forward is for people who need more of my help. Okay? It's for people who need more of my help. So you can leave the webinar right now. I've done for you, I'm done with you. Everything I say right now will only help people who need my help. Okay? If you choose option two, I want you to give me 10 minutes to go over all I have in store for you that can almost guarantee that you make at least $2,000 in the next 30 to 90 days with this skill called high ticket closing. Now, I want you to know, type go ahead in the comments if you want me to proceed. Great. Let's proceed. I want to introduce you to the Close Like a Pro program called the CLAP program. It's basically a comprehensive beginner's guide to going from a complete novice to making your first $1,000 in the next 30 to 60 days, and how to grow to the point of making up to $3,000 to $5,000 per month as a respected and highly sought after high ticket closer. Now, again, like I said, close like a pro, meaning that you will be able to use this anywhere you are. Close like a pro, clap. So whenever you see that, you will remember what it is and what it stands for. There are two sections of the CLAP program. Number one is becoming a pro closer, how to go from complete novice to closing your first 3 to 10K deal. Part two is finding offers and getting offers to close for, a step-by-step blueprint to making 1K to 10K per month with high ticket closing. Part one of Close Like a Pro, how to go from complete novice to where you're closing $3,000 to $10,000 deals, like you were meant for this. What do we cover in it? Psychology behind closing high ticket deals. Most people struggle with closing because they have the wrong idea about how it works. And when you're selling expensive products and services, there's a certain mindset you need to have. And this model will show you how to think about closing sales, approach any selling situation like a pro, understand the psychology behind buying decisions, and you will learn to tap into emotional triggers that build trust and handle objections effortlessly. With these insights, you transform your sales approach and achieve unparalleled success in closing high-ticket deals. Module 2, you now learn how to close high-ticket deals. In this module, I delve into the core principles of human psychology, what pushes, buying decisions. After you go through this particular module, you understand how to persuade anybody to do anything at any time. I break down things like the psychology of persuasion, the power of storytelling in closing sales. If you understand this, you will never be broke again. Now, the truth is that Nigerians literally struggle to close high-ticket deals because we're not wired that way. It's easier for whites to do so because it's in their mindset, $3,000, $5,000 is not so much money. So a Nigerian needs to rewire their mind, because I'm sure when you see $1,000, $3,000, your mind can never comprehend it. If you are struggling to believe that, you can make $1,000 to $3,000. How can you now convince somebody to pay you $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, or even $30,000? Think about it, Kwan. You think about it. All right. For example, if you want to buy a house or property or a car, you can use these techniques to close deals at better conditions that suit them. Module 3 is you learn the 7 secrets to closing every sale. It's not about having the best product, crafting the best offer, or making big promises. It's about understanding the ingredients that determine whether you close a sale or not. All right. And if you miss one of these things, you stand a chance of losing that sale. But if you have all these 7 things nailed down, it's almost impossible to lose that sale. So in this module, I review the 7 secrets to closing every sale. And this is what Ruth said about it. So after joining the community and learning from Bruno, I can confidently close any deal I put my mind to. I will recommend Bruno's teachings to anyone 110%. Somto says, I used to be frustrated with dealing with low ticket clients and making peanuts every month until I learned high ticket closing from Bruno and everything changed. In 90 days. Look, guys, the opportunities here are infinite. Why me? I was taking commissions of $45,000 rather. The business owner took 230K in profits, guy. 230,000. That guy I showed you, that Charlie guy I showed you that said blah blah. He took 230K in profits in that 90 days. I mean, if somebody is giving you 230K without you doing anything, like, come on, man, come on. Why wouldn't you want to keep giving the person money? So the two guys, because remember, guys, I'm only taking 10%. So whatever I make, multiply it by 9. That's what the marketing agency and the business owner took. And there are many more people like this. This is one of my students. He literally said, I'm reaching out to you and Joseph, my partner. I just hit my first 1K month from sales closing. As you can see, he received that commission. Olusegun, one of my students, will be earning an average of $1,125 for every deal he closes. And this is him thanking me. He said, your course has been helpful, boss. Can't wait to begin the sales sessions. I celebrate you. So in module 4, you learn how to engineer trust like a pro. In this module, you realize that, look, the secret of doing business and closing deals is trust. But how can you, a Nigerian, in the third world country, with all the whole things they've said about you and Nigeria, how can you engineer trust with a business owner and get them to pay you? You're going to learn how to do that. You're going to learn the proven techniques to establish credibility and rapport immediately. You're now going to watch my $1 million sales call framework, the 7-step system that's enabled me to close over $1 million as a Black Nigerian guy selling expensive offers to white folks in just 12 months. And in this module, I hand you the exact step-by-step system. In module 6, you will learn how to handle objections like a pro. How do you turn no into yes? You discover the proven techniques to anticipate and address common objections, how to turn these common objections into powerful reasons to buy, strategies to stay calm and composed, even when you're faced with tough questions, methods to reinforce the value of your offering while addressing concerns, and how to avoid objections and handle them even before they come up in the minds of your prospect, making your closing as seamless as possible. Look, guys, even the Yahoo boy has bought my course and is applying it, and he said that it's working for him. Then part 2, you're going to learn how to find and get offers to close for. Step-by-step blueprint to making 1K to 10K per month with HCC. So in this one, I break down how to find offers and business owners to close for, how to vet them to make sure they are legit and they align with you, how to prepare for an interview with these business owners, how to behave during the interview, how to stand out in an interview process and make business owners see you as a pro and get them eager to work with you, how to receive your commissions and get paid in Nigeria, and the tools you need as a closer. I know you're new to this. I know you're thinking about this like, Bruno, I'm completely new to this. Who will hire me? I know how you felt. I feel it too. But if you're being honest, every single person doing this was once new. They, they didn't give birth to me. And one of my better was to have a company waiting to hire me to close their offers. No. Every successful person you've seen today started from somewhere. You in your current job right now, there was a time you had zero work experience. Did that stop you from ever getting a job? No. So you have nothing to worry about. You'll be starting from somewhere, but with proper guidance. This is one of my students that got one of my course. And I want you to tattoo this to your brain. To succeed, it's all about being ruthless and aggressive implementation. Ruthless and aggressive implementation. She's like, I got Bruno's course in 2022. I didn't take it seriously until May 2023. Took me 8 good months to implement it. The course wasn't the problem. I was. And today, the rest is history. I hope you learn from my mistake. You have to take action, implement, and ruthlessly, and don't waste time. And look, guys, I'm not promising that you make 100K in 1 year like me. Oh, no. Like I said, the result depends on your desire, on you. That being said, let's move on. In fact, as a matter of fact, you most likely won't make 100K in your first 1 or 2 years. But imagine that all this program did for you is very feasible and easy, and makes it easy for you to achieve an extra 1 to 2K per month or 2 to 3K per month. That's 24 to 36K per year. What would that be worth it to you? If you know that you could make an extra 25 to 36K per year, what will that be worth to you? Because 24K a year is an extra 36 million naira a year. And you don't have to quit your job to do this because of the companies you work with are in US and Canada and Australia time zone, which will favor you, and you can take your calls when you're back from work in the evening until you feel more confident and decide to quit and focus on it full time. So what will it be worth to you? Now, I know the big question, how much is the club program? The truth is, I have spent over $15,000 to learn this skill. So that should give you an idea of how much it is how much to learn it is worth. Imagine I paid 15K to learn a skill that made me 100K in just 1 year. That's almost what I'm saying. That's almost 5 times, almost 7 times return on investment. And guess what? As I keep making money in the future, it means the 15K I spent is now chicken change. Listen, there's no better investment that surpasses investing in learning a skill. If you buy a land today, maybe after 1 or 2 years, you'll get maybe 100% back, which is 1x or 2x your investment. But with a skill, you can make 10 to 100 times more in a year. How much does it cost to get a 4-year degree in a prestigious university? Millions at least. But guess what? After spending millions of naira and 4 years in school, you still end up looking for something else to do that will give us money. It's why you're here, and it's why I decided to learn this skill, because we just mostly wasted our time and money for 4 years, yet we can't boast of good income. So my question to you is, if this high ticket closing was able to make you $1,000 in your very first 30 to 60 days and $5,000 every month, knowing fully well that schools cost millions and it will take you over 4 years to get a job that will pay you 50 to 100K, how much should I charge for this program? I mean, reason it for real. How much should I charge for this program? Look at those results. Look at Timothy. He says he was like the best at the game. I have no regret getting the How to Close Like a Pro by Bruno Wogu. Thanks for creating this guide, Chief. This guy, another of my students, he said he has two offers. One is 5.8, another one is 1K. If he closes one deal a month, he's going to be making 580 plus $100. That's $680 if he closes just one deal a month from those two deals, from those two offers. This is somebody's feedback. He gave me 5-star rating. It was like, not to lie or exaggerate, but most of the things in this program can't be found on YouTube. Thank you for sharing the real meat of this stuff from your personal knowledge and experience, boss. So no matter how much you try to go and learn on your own, you can't take away the part that there are not so many Nigerians or Africans doing high ticket closing. And my touch is specifically going to help you achieve success really fast because I've been there and experienced every single thing so you won't have to go through all of that stress. This is also one of my students. His clap by Bruno Gogu was epic. He explained the process of closing high ticket offers, handling objections, and much more. You get to see Bruno close live. So you will see me close deals live. You will see it, you watch it, you analyze it. You also learn how to land on an offer to close for. And I was like, glad I got clap. You too should. So look, I put it out there. The investment fee for clap, the coaching program, is worth 500K. Why? You spent millions in university and you were even patient enough for 4 years before you wanted to see any results. But with my program, you see results in as quickly as 60 days. You make more money from this skill than almost anything you learn from the university. So this price is so fair. It also cost me a whooping $15,000 in this program. And in this program, I'll teach you that in clap everything I've learned in this business. And the interesting part is that the least income this skill will be making you is 2K monthly. That's over 3 million naira. So as you can see, it's a steal, yeah? But because I'm interested in your growth and I know how Agbado economy is, right? At least I live in Nigeria. I won't charge you even half of 500K. No. So you can get the clap program for 200K only. Just 200K. Why did I make something that will make you more money than a university certificate in a far shorter time and something that cost me $15,000 to learn for just 200K? Well, like I said, the economy is bad, and I know 200K is a price any serious person willing to up their game will pay. Because let's face it, you paid more for your school fees and you didn't think twice. So I know anyone who is serious will be able to come up with it. To even make this deal sweet, I'm going to give you a guarantee that even your school won't give you. I spent 4 years in the university, paying lots of money for school fees, but there was no guarantee. There was no guarantee I could get a job. As a matter of fact, I ended up getting a job as a customer service rep. Where I was being paid 40K. Yeah, 40K after millions and 4 years in school. The guarantee I'm giving you is simple. I am so convinced and I am certain that you will make your first $1,000 in the next 30 to 60 days, guaranteed. That me, I've decided to put my money where my mouth is. So for the first 20 persons that get into the clap program today, I will give you the access to the program at just 50,000 naira. Then you pay the remaining 150K after you made your first $1,000. That's in the next 30 to 60 days. And I am so sure that you get the result. That's why I'm doing this. And if for any reason you don't make at least $1,000 in the next 60 days, you don't pay the remaining 150K. Look, that you're going to make money with this program is not up for debate. But if you made $1,000 on the 61st day, like day 60 pass, day 61, you make $1,000, you don't have to pay me the remaining money. I am that sure of your results. And why am I so sure? Because you need to close at least just 4 sales in 30 to 60-day period. And I know that is so achievable. As a matter of fact, one single sale closed can pay you up to 1K immediately, depending on the cost of the offer. So listen, I have cracked this code, and I can assure you 100% that you will get the result if you follow everything in the program and you implement it. This is one of my students. Just read what she said. It says, in 4 days, I've been on 3 sales calls, one for a particular product, and I closed 2 sales out of the 3. The last person wasn't a good fit. The last prospect objections were too much, and I thought I wouldn't close the sale. Then I remember what Bruno Wogo thought about how you have to pitch your offer to be more valuable than their money. Boom, sale closed. After using a few of our words against her, closing is sweet. I also got an opportunity for a crypto brand whose clients are foreigners on a $700 deal with 30% commission. Bruno, thank you for the opportunity. So you can see why I can make an insane guarantee like what I just did. She closed 2 sales out of 3. She was just involved in 4 days. And these calls took her just 40 minutes each. The crazy part was that she was a beginner just like you. And those were first calls. So imagine making about $600 in 4 days. And my guarantee is that you will close 4 sales in 60-day period at most. And to be honest with you, you will likely make more money than $1,000. I'm just trying to keep expectations low. And of course, I want you to pay my remaining 150K by all means. So I've basically decided to let a few of you in. All right. And you pay the majority of the fees when you get results. And no, I can't allow everyone get in because I'm just one person. I can't start monitoring different people to pay me balance. I can't say, oh, all these 100 people pay me money, or no. But this way, I can know the 20 people who came in, and I can monitor each person's progress, and I can collect my 150K once you hit your 1K sales over the next 30 days, because I'm doing a lot for you, and I must collect my balance. Or you have an issue. Think about it. Or will you have an issue paying me 150K if I'm able to help you make at least $1,000? That is over 1.45 million naira in the next 60 days. Let me know in the comments. Let me know, guys. All right. I can see. Great. All right. Good. I like that. So I'm going to drop the account details now, and I'm looking out for the first 20 people. After the first 20 people, I'm not taking anybody in again at 50K. All right. So I want you to get ready. All right. Are you ready? We're going to come to questions, okay? So that is the account details. You can screenshot it and make the transfer. I'm also going to copy and paste it in the chat section. All right. Let's continue. So just so you know, you have zero pressure to pay me. There's no pressure to pay me the remaining 150K balance. You only pay me, hear it carefully. You only pay me when you make your first 1,000 within the next 60 days. So, in short, if you make 1,000 in 61 days, then you don't have to pay me again. Once the 20 persons get in, you will have to pay the entire 200K upfront to get into this program. All right? And just so you know, that's not all you're getting from the program. If you're among the first 20 persons to join in right away, number one bonus you're going to get is access to my Telegram community, where you'll be able to reach me and other like-minded individuals to ask your questions, share your wins, get feedback. This community alone has made many of my students thousands of dollars. You get to meet people with different experience, learn from their journey, their mistakes, and speed up your journey. Number two, you get access to the vault, what containing 5 community calls with members of my inner circle, where I share insider secrets, how to become a better closer, increase your close calls percentage, get more and better opportunities, negotiate deals with business owners, and a lot of other things. Last but not least, for those of you who want to scale to $10,000 per month, you get a chance to apply for a scholarship into my private inner circle community, which is called the Community of Closers Academy. This is where we help everyday people hit 10K per month with high ticket closing by grooming you to become a killer. Okay, hold on. People say they can't hear me. Hello, testing the mic. Hello, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? All right, cool. Let's continue. So it costs $1,000 to join my community of closers, and it's not even open for public enrollment at this moment. But as a one of the perks of getting close like a pro today is that you get an unfair advantage to join the community at a discounted price. That's if you wish, right? These are a couple of people from one of my other communities. He closed a $35,000 deal with my commission being 3,500, and today is only the fourth day of the month. Guys, another deal close today, 4K into 6 payments. Close 3 deals, making me 1,800 commission. I'm so glad that I enrolled for club training. Seriously, is worth it because it gives a huge knowledge and skills on how to become a profitable and highly sorted closer. Because you are here today and you have decided to be part of the first 20 people to join in, you will only be paying the sum of 50K and you will get access to all the bonuses I've talked about, everything I've talked about, including the bonuses. And you only pay the 150K balance after making your first $1,000. No stories. Look, it's the best decision you can make to invest in a surefire evergreen skill. Getting this course was the best decision. What someone Yusuf said was the best decision I made for myself last month, and one of the best decisions this year. I'll always be grateful for a step-by-step guide on how to sell that will forever change one's mindset on sales and closing sales because it's absolutely an essential. More love messages from my student. The lesson on set the frame is really one that can't be found anywhere. I highly recommend for anyone planning to take their sales game to an excellent level that you won't be disappointed. The content on this course is mind-blowing and definitely a must-know for sales. The course is fire. Matilda, got close like a pro program for myself marketing. Happens to be my greatest win since the year began. After experiencing some setbacks, anticipating more wins ahead. Be like Matilda today. So summary, Module 1, psychology behind closing sales. How to close high-ticket deals. Module 3, the 7 secrets to closing every sale. Module 4, how to engineer trust like a pro. Module 5, my $1,000,000 sales call framework. Module 6, how to handle objections like a pro. Module 7, part 2, how to find offers and business owners to close sales for, how to vet them, how to prepare for an interview with business owners, how to behave during the interview, how to stand out in an interview process, how to receive your commissions, and the tools you need as a closer. Bonus number 1, access to Telegram group where you'll be able to reach me and other like-minded individuals, ask your questions, share your wins, get individual feedback. Bonus number 2, access to the vault containing 5 community calls with the members of my inner circle community where I share insider secrets on. Bonus number 3, a chance to apply for a scholarship into my private inner circle community, the Community of Closers Academy. Oh wow, see that some people have already said taking the slots. Interesting, that was fast. I can see that a couple of people, in fact, these 4 slots are filling in really fast. So, the payment details, I already pasted it. I'll paste it again in the webinar. I'll be in the slide. I've pasted it again in the chat, right? This is one guy that made 5K from a single close. This is 9K deal closed on Upwork without a sales call, 4K in cash. This is one of my students, Paul. He made 1,800 in the first month. And you know the craziest part? This set of people paid the full price upfront to get into my program. I didn't even give them a guarantee like I'm doing today. Yet you pay about 25% upfront, and then the rest 75% after you make your first $1,000 in at most 60 days, or you don't pay the rest. I want you to read this. You see, when my students get shocked, whenever they close their first sale. I laugh because in my mind as a Nigerian, you know, $3,200 looks big, but to an American, it's not big. If you try to sell this same offer to a Nigerian, that's what the problem is, because most of them don't have the money, and those that have that is huge for them. So it's really all about the market you're playing in. If you're a real estate agent and you want to convince someone to buy a house worth 200 million, who do you think it would be easy for you to convince? A man staying in Banana Island or the man staying in Ikorodu or Ajegunle? Tell me in the comments. Of course, the person in Banana Island that will be able to purchase is more easily. So it depends on the market you're playing in. I asked this question on Twitter some time ago. Gun to your head, you have to make 20 million naira in 30 days or your loved one dies. You can't borrow. What's your plan? I'm asking you, what's the question? What was your plan? If you had a gun to your head, what would you do? What's your alternative? That is why this offer, Close Like a Pro, is exactly what you need. Exactly what you need. I'm doing this because there are lots of business owners out there in need of this superpower. It can change your life forever only if you master it. Hear me out. Excuse me. Today might change it all for you. I remember a similar training years ago. An opportunity like this was what I decided to take up. I paid for the program with all my money I had, and in 30 days I made my first 1 million naira. I just wanted to imagine I ignored the opportunity. I wouldn't be here talking to you today. Imagine I'm thinking like some of you now. What if it doesn't work for me? There's always that negative voice in your mind trying to stop you from making progress. We all have that voice, but I have killed mine. And I'm glad I didn't listen. And the craziest thing is, I didn't hear that voice when I was borrowing money to do Ponzi scheme. Those negative voices go silent. When we want to make the right decision, they pop up. This is why there are very few rich people in the world, because the rich block out the negativity and do what they need to do. But the poor are always thinking of it. What if I lose money? Well, the truth is that the money will eventually finish. Note, I'm not saying you should borrow or use your last money to join this program. I'm speaking for myself. Okay? In 2020, you missed the birth of online millionaires. Many internet money makers rose that year, including yours sincerely, me. So don't miss this opportunity today. Again, the payment details. I pasted it again. I'll call it out for you. It's Zenny Bank 2190 77 291 2 2190 77 2912. Look at it. Minimum wage 70K. What can 70K even afford at this point in time? What? See for yourself. They were supposed to increase it to 250K. They reduced it. Look, you've come this far. You stayed this far. Make it count for yourself, because nobody is coming to save you. The day I knew things had changed for me was the day I flew all the way to Dubai to go and clear my head. With Cloud Program, you could earn 10x to 100x your current earning potential. Again, just so you know, once the 20 people get in, you have to pay the entire 200K upfront to get into this program. All the bonuses go into the air, and you have to pay the full price at once. I mean, imagine how powerful this skill that even Yahoo boys are using it. So imagine you that is using it legitimately. All right. Questions, guys. Questions. Questions. I'm going to give a few minutes for any questions. I'll have the money by month end. Will the offer still be there for me? I cannot guarantee it will be there for you. I can't guarantee that. All right. Can I pay 25K? No. Program is 200K, but you only pay 50K now. The remaining 150K you pay it when you get results. Questions, guys. I'm not on any social media platform currently. Can someone like me do this? Yes. Will you be giving us companies to work with? No, you'll be finding the companies. I'll show you how to find them. No, but you will learn how to find the companies. Will the company give us customers data? It will give you prospects, leads that you can call. These leads will book on your calendar. Once you make payments, send the details to the group and confirm that you've made payments. All right? And you will get access to the course. You'll get access to the program. Great. Someone says, hey, Bruno, I didn't take the opportunity in 2020 when we discussed. I'm ready to do this. Thank you for this. Welcome. Someone says option delivery. I've been learning sales closing on my own lately, listening to some top sales closer in the States. But it's option knowing that in fellow Nigeria dude is killing it. Let's do it. Let's do it, brother. Let's do it. So remember, guys, this will take you from where you are right now to where you could be making an exact $1,000. And I want you to just imagine what your life will look like with an extra $1,000 every month. Imagine what it will allow you to do. Just imagine. The question is, would you let 50K hold you back? I guarantee, like I said, I'm guaranteeing that you'll be able to make $1,000 extra with this. And if you don't have to pay me the rest of the money. Simple. Will the company give us details about their products? Yes, you are going to be a staff, a the staff of the company per se, right? Contractor, whatever it is you call it. And so they will give you all the information. The WhatsApp group is locked. Um, Let me talk to my assistant and ask him to help me unlock it. So my assistant will comment on the group because I don't have my phone here with me. And he will tell you to send the proof of payment to him. Once you send the proof of payment to him, you give me a few minutes or max a couple of hours, and then you will get access to the course. Okay. So, guys, look, I've showed you the door. Now it's up to you to make the simple decision to walk through it. You're the only one that can walk through it. Here's the account details. For those of you that paid, congratulations. I'll see you on the other side.